Welcome to another packed edition of NC Sports Weekly News. In the lineup, New Zealand crews take all at the 49er and 49er FX World Championships in Marseille. It's the PWA Cold Hawaii, and it's not in the Pacific, as top windsurf wave riders meet in KITEBOARDING, Denmark, on the North Sea. The longboarders are back for the ISA World Championships in Villanculos, Peru. On location in beautiful Mozambique with correspondent Andy Van Zyl for the Villanculos Downwind 2013. The greatest sports comeback of all time. America's Cup 34 takes sailing into a new era. NC Sports. Plunge into the action. New Zealand teams dominated the last Seiko 49er and 49er FX World Championships in the perfect sailing stadium in front of the city of Marseille. The annual classic for the men's division this year was a first for the ladies, now with a brand new Olympic-class skiff selected for Rio 2016. Success has been swift, with 53 female crews here in southern France filling up the ranks of the 49er FX fleet. With strong Mistral winds crashing on the Côte d'Azur, Kiwis Maloney and Meach carried on a comfortable 24-point lead from the qualifiers into the three final medal races. Winning the first and staying among the top five for the rest, Alexandra and Molly held on to their lead and the gold medal, pushing back the Brazilians Martine Sofiati Grau and Kahina Kunze with the silver, while the French team Sarah Steyert and Julie Brossard closed with the bronze, just ahead of the Italians Giulia Conti and Francesca Klapčić. With almost 100 boats on the water, the men's 49er fleet was also dominated by the Kiwis, placing a 1-2, with Pete Burling and Blair Tuke taking gold, and Marcus Hansen and Josh Porebski taking the silver. Again, France put its home callers on the podium, with the bronze going to Manu Dian and Stefano Christidis. Both New Zealand men crews closed with strong leads in the qualifiers, and both kept it tight in the crucial medal races, scoring second places and always in the top 10. A fifth-place finish was clearly an upset for top-seeded Aussies Nathan Outridge and Ian Jensen, who had hoped in their fifth world title here in Marseille. Just flown in from San Francisco and their America's Cup Artemis base, the Australian 49er gold medalists from London 2012 slid into a 25-point deficit in the qualifiers and never quite managed a comeback. With four different winners in as many past editions, the 2013 Kia Cold Hawaii is confirming itself once again as the most coveted event of the season for the PWA Wave Riders Tour. And no, it's not in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. After the first Tenerife stopover last August, the tribe moved to Klitmøller in Denmark's demanding North Sea coastline. This is the second event of the year, with three more legs to go on the 2013 calendar, and with three candidates jostling for the top spot. The big upset in this Danish classic was for the 19-year-old German prodigy and double world champion Philip Koster, losing here against Marcilio Brasinho Brown. The Brazilian was on fire and delivered the top scores in these difficult conditions, dominating the final with a 5-0 score. Alex Mussolini from Spain grabbed third place in an otherwise extremely close series, marked by scant 30-point margins separating the three leaders on the final scoreboard.
It's unbelievable for me to get a win, especially in conditions like this, which are conditions that I've struggled a lot in the past, but today I just really try not to think too far ahead of myself and take it heat by heat, run by run, and make the most of every single wave, because the conditions were tough, and sometimes even if I thought I wasn't doing so well, like it could also have been hard for the other guy. So I just kept that in mind and really try not to be angry by crashing and just try to collect as many points as I could, because on those kind of conditions, I think that's what it's all about.
Littmoller offered a week of super conditions, with strong gusts blowing on shore, scrambling up the waves, and seriously raising the difficulty level. But then, that's what the PWA called Hawaii is all about. Prince's word.
It's amazing to witness the skills of the surfers, the windsurfers. Obviously, make me a bit embarrassed that I have to use an engine and not the wind, but that'll be in my second life. I mean, it really motivates me a lot, and I wish I had sort of kept on with windsurfing way back 30 years ago. We have an ideal surf and wind, steady winds. As far as I've learned today, from asking the pros, is that this area is really on top of the list of the best spots in the world.
Mozambique is digging in its footprint on the global water sports map with the second edition of the Villanculos Downwind. Over 30 athletes gathered here in the calm and shallow beaches in front of the famous Bazaruto Archipelago, one of the best kiteboarding spots in the world, for a spectacular weekend-long kite festival open to all. With freestyle competitions closing the event, correspondent Andy Van Zyl and the NC Sports crew were on site to capture all the action and the inside story.
Hi NC Sports fans, I'm Andy Van Zyl and I'm in Mozambique. I'm here for a big kite surfing event called the Villanculos Downwind, and I'm going to go chat to some of the participants. Hi John, well, aren't you glad that the wind came out and today ended up being the perfect day for such a cool event? Tell us about kite surfing here in Villanculos and the normal conditions.
Well, we've had a very special day today, it is true, and we're certainly blessed. Normally, you know, there's not a lot of wind in Villanculos, but certainly the last couple of days have been amazing. It's only been about a year and a half that we've really built up the momentum of kiting in this town, and it's certainly been fantastic. So we're very amped and very excited with the whole thing.
Yeah, there's been a fantastic turnout, and you were also not only just a kite surfer, but you were also one of the judges today. How were you judging the kite surfers?
It goes on a point scale, obviously, and against an elimination. The tricks are judged, given points according to the complexity of the trick and the different tricks. Some tricks get only one point, and other tricks can get up to 8 points for really complicated ones, as you saw in the advanced riding section. I must say, it was amazing to be one of the judges today, because you could feel the whole vibe. People were all amped. There was a lot of adrenaline in the crowd. So you can imagine what it was like to actually be one of the riders. It was quite a privilege to be a judge there.
With the classic 10-mile downwind coastline regatta cancelled for lack of wind, it all came down to Sunday freestyling. Local kiters took both the wins, as Mark Pegram won the advanced division and Nardus Grobler came on top in the intermediates. A complete success, the 2013 Villanculos Downwind was once again instrumental in bringing Mozambique into the global limelight. Furthermore, thanks to its donations to the Kiting for the Endangered Wildlife Trust, a special marine patrol will now be able to protect the local dugong, a peaceful local marine mammal, from entanglement in illegal fishing gear. Get the whole story and check out this kite surfing paradise on the Indian Ocean. Stay tuned for the full-length special on this Villanculos Downwind 2013, hosted by Andy Van Zyl, only on Nautical Channel. The break in front of Huanchaco offered 1 to 1.5 meter waves for the final bouts of the 2013 ISA World Longboard Championship on Peru's magnificent Pacific coastline. The best longboarders from 22 nations heeded the call in this historic sea town for both team and individual competitions, for men, women, and junior surfers. This is the real deal, the very origin of all modern board sports, a discipline that is still drawing today many passionate top professionals and amateur athletes, especially when a world championship is at stake. In a strong team effort posting high individual scores, France took the overall victory and the Aloha Cup, also thanks to individual gold medalist Antoine Del Perro, posting a strong 9.0 and then another 8.2 for an impressive total heat score of 17.2. Del Perro defeated Great Britain's Ben Skinner, totaling for the silver, and Brazil Phil Rajsman taking bronze.
La série, c'était une grosse finale. Il y a eu pas mal de vagues surfées, beaucoup de gros scores. J'ai commencé avec des tout petits scores, donc j'ai essayé de me calmer, de me recentrer et j'ai chopé 2-3 vagues pas mal après et j'ai eu des gros scores, donc j'étais super content. Après ça s'est joué un peu à la rame, il a fallu que je bloque un peu Ben qui était 2 et qui avait besoin d'un gros score aussi, mais c'est le jeu, c'est comme ça et voilà, et je suis super content de remporter cette médaille d'or pour la France et je suis super fier de notre équipe et d'avoir gagné aujourd'hui et des autres aussi et surtout de mon frère qui m'a beaucoup aidé à être aujourd'hui sur le podium. Voilà.
In the women's category, an ecstatic Simone Robb from South Africa grabbed her gold by posting an 11.5 overall, defeating silver medalist Rachel Tilley of the USA, and with the bronze going to France's Justine Dupont.
Well, it started off with a bang. I had like the first wave of the heat, which was an 8 point something, so very lucky to have gotten that one. It's the first ISA that there's been a woman included, so pretty cool. Blank stoked, really, really happy. The event was amazing, like the women are just so nice to compete with. They're all really friendly and it's been a great tool, yeah.
In the under-18 category, Honolulu Blomfield won the gold medal with an impressive 15.0. As one of only 2 girls in this ISA Junior World Longboard Championship, the young Hawaiian set the gender record straight by defeating 2 strong male athletes, France's Martin Correa with the silver and Brazil's Caio Santana in bronze. It has been labeled the greatest comeback in sports history, as America's Cup 34 closed its final curtain last week, delivering one of the best sailing spectacles of all times in the San Francisco Bay. Slowly but surely, and against all odds or forecasts, after trailing 7-1, Oracle Racing USA kept believing to the very end, and to everyone's astonishment, chewed back all of Emirates Team New Zealand's advantage to win the Old Mug 9-8. The Spithill-Barker duo glued millions worldwide to these sensational regattas on these spectacular foiling AC-72s, which thanks to 2 near-equal teams and boats have taken sailing to a completely new dimension. Technology and innovation, speed and action, groundbreaking visual coverage. Both seasoned fans and astonished newcomers had plenty to cheer for as the format proved that some real match racing could be done on these extraordinary foiling power cats, and that sailing had made significant inroads in mainstream sports. As the Americans' progress eroded the Kiwi advantage race after race, and with the Oracle crew making believers out of an entire nation, it became ever more clear that this was the Development Cup, the very first stage of a whole new era, much to the credit of Larry Ellison and Russell Coutts, and their vision for the future of sailing. For the complete recap of these historic AC34 finals, with race highlights and dockside interviews with the heroes, don't miss the next very special edition of Top Story. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.